played.
Thank you.
You had an interesting exchange with your dad in Auckland. Was there a moment there at the end of the second set when you wished you could have had him come on court and help you?
Well, which exchange? The one that went viral was me telling him not to curse. But I really don't remember much besides that main one. Half the time, I mean, I listen to what he says, but you're in the moment, you forget sometimes. So I really have no idea what was said.
Coco, how different were the emotions and sort of the sensations of playing her this time compared to last time?
Yeah, I definitely was a lot more confident this time, and I think I was used to playing on big courts, so the crowd didn't, I guess the size of the crowd didn't startle me as much as last time. And yeah, those are definitely a bit more positive coming into that match this time around.
Coco, what kind of challenges does Venus pose to you as an opponent?
Will serve, obviously. I'm pretty sure she aced me almost in the double digits, if not in the double digits. And she hit a lot of winners. It was hard to, I guess, get aggressive against her because she's, I mean, we all know she's normally the aggressor in these type of matches. So I was just trying to put the ball in play, really, and just gut it out. And I'm glad I was able to. But, yeah, she was striking the ball really well, and she was hitting her targets well today.
Coco, how surprised were you when you saw the draw and saw that you were going to be playing her again? And you've described her and her sister Serena as people that you look up to.
Yeah.
How difficult is it to play somebody like that, play your idol?
Well, first I was shocked again, just like at the same time around, just because that blew up, and then you probably wouldn't think it would happen again so soon in the first round of a major again. And yeah, obviously I look up to them, so every time, even just walking by them, I have to remember that even though they're my idols, they're also going to be my opponents sometimes. So I have to remember that too as well.
Okay. How much do you think, and in which ways have you improved and changed since you played Venus at Wimbledon last year? I definitely think I served better this match, and I feel like I was hitting my shots a little bit better. I think last time even though I still think I played well last time. I think I was just trying to let her miss, and that didn't work out, so I knew that I had to be more aggressive this time, and I think I resorted back to trying to make her miss today, and then once I realized that wasn't working out, I knew I had to get back aggressive.
What is the challenge this year of now sort of being a known quantity more than you were going back a year?
I feel like my mindset has changed since U.S. Open. U.S. Open, I feel like I was on edge every match just because everyone was talking about U.S. Open before Wimbledon even ended. So I knew that was the next thing, and I guess came to realization that I just need to play my game and not worried about what people think of me, because at the end of the day, I mean, I did have 3 good matches in both U.S. Open and Wimbledon, and I still have a lot more to, I guess, become like one of those big names, you know. I feel like that I still have a lot to improve, and yeah.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Today, a commentator deep into the match said, you can see it in Coco's eyes. She's on a mission. If I could, what do you think your mission is? What's your mission in this sport?
I mean, my mission is to be the greatest. That's my goal, to win as many Grand Slams as possible. But for today, my mission was to win, and I didn't want to let the nerves to come to me. I know I had a couple set points, and she played well, so I knew I had to take it from her. She wasn't going to give it to me. So that was really the mission. I think today has been the best match so far I played this year, and I was a lot more focused. And, yeah, I think today really showed what I worked on in my off-season.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I think for a lot of it's amazing that you're playing like this at such a young age. Is there any way in which you're kind of a typical teenager, a typical 15-year-old?
Yes. I don't know if you guys know there's a new app called TikTok. I'm very active on that, and I procrastinate a lot on that app. I have to do homework. I'm still procrastinating on that. I mean, everyone thinks I'm so serious because of my own court. But really, I'm not. I don't really take life too seriously because, I mean, I just like to have fun. And same with my dad. I know my dad seems like this big, intimidating guy, but he's really, he's really more the jokester, and he's the reason why we had that altercation on court when I told him not to curse, and that's just how we talk with each other.
Coco, you seem unfazed by anyone's reputation or stature in the game. Do you believe you can beat every player in the women's draw? And do you believe you can win this tournament?
I mean, if I go into a tournament thinking I'll lose, then I'm going to lose. To answer that, I respect everyone's game and I respect my opponent. But at the end of the day, if I'm going to go against them, I can't say, oh, I'm going to lose this match, because that's not the right mentality to have. So, yeah, I believe I can beat everyone. Now, if that happens, I don't know. But I think that's almost every player's mentality, I feel like, or the ones who are the great ones. They don't really fear anyone. They respect your opponent, but you can't go into the match fearing someone, because then you're going to lose, and I don't want to lose.
Coco?
Yeah.
Well, I'm quite surprised that a famous Italian brand, which is Barilla Pasta,
yes.
has sponsored #1 in the world. I mean, Schifrin in skiing.
Yes.
And then Roger Federer,
Yes.
I mean, who is the greatest, if or someone says yes or not, but
Yeah.
okay. Okay. You are 15 years old. You haven't won yet very much. How do you explain it? I mean, what do you think? Is just because the Gauff is the same manager of Federer, or some other reasons?
I mean, I don't really know the answer to that. Same with New Balance, with all my sponsors. They all believed in me and believed in my game. And when I went to visit in Parma, they really liked me. So I think they just resort to personality, and I think they believe that I have a chance to become like a Roger or someone. So I think that's the main thing with all my sponsors. I think they believe in me that I can become something greater. And yes, I may not have the titles now, but I mean, again, I'm 15, so I'm still learning with this. And yeah, I know Barilla, their values are more about being kind and being nice to everyone, and not so much about numbers. And yes, they have 2 of the greatest of all time, and hopefully one day my name can be up there. But for now, I think they just believe in my values and my family's values, and I think our values match up to the company's values.
Coco, what are some of the pieces on TikTok you've enjoyed?
Oh, gosh. I really like dancing. There's this dance called the Renegade that's really famous, so we do that. I don't know, whatever trends they have, I try to do. I particularly like dancing, so yeah, the dancing trends.
Coco, you mentioned your dad earlier. I know that you guys have a pre-match kind of routine that you
Yes.
go through. Can you talk a little bit about what he says to you before the match, what he said before this match, and the first things that you guys said to each other after today's victory for you?
Yeah, so before the match, we always say a prayer, and we just hope that I'm healthy, my opponent's healthy, and that I have a good time out there. I believe the last thing he really says to me before I go on court, he gives me a kiss on the cheek, and he just says, have fun, and that's it. And then after the match, congrats. I didn't really see him till like 45 minutes after the match, because he talks a lot. So, he just said, congrats, good playing, and I like the way your attitude was off the court. I mean, he doesn't get too mad when I lose. It's just more about how I act on the court. So that's the biggest thing for him. And I haven't seen my mom yet, but yeah, she's more the emotional one, so she'll probably be like crying or something. I don't know.
Coco, speaking of dancing, your off season looked like a lot of fun.
Yes.
If you
Finally, somebody asked me about this.
Yes, I'd like to know all about it. What were the highlights for you, and what was it like spending all this time with Serena?
Yeah, so my highlight definitely was the dance performance we did with Serena. That was really cool. I definitely, and Chris Eubanks too. I feel like, Serena and we didn't pick up the choreography as fast as everyone else. So, but in the end, we did well. And she pulled the split, and that was really cool. I had fun doing the Shanti workout. That was my first time doing Insanity. And honestly, that's difficult. Like, this guy, he can do everything. He was playing tennis with like the same schedule as us. He was doing 4 hours of tennis, hour fitness, and he does the Insanity workout, and he doesn't get tired. And then Bob Sinclair, we had the fun DJ party after that. And then we did Amazing Race too. We did kayaking, like it was like the Amazing Race like you see on TV. So I had a fun off season, definitely. It was like my first real off season because I played juniors from coming. So Orange Bowl is really in December, and then you have to get back ready for Traralgon. So yeah, this was my first real off season, and I hope that I have more off seasons like this because clearly it paid off, and I had really fun memories.
So
So you beat one of the greatest players in American history, and now your doubles partner Katie is doing really well.
Did she win? Does anyone know that? Or no?
She was up 3-1.
Okay, cool.
How cool it would be if your good friend and doubles partner Katie beat one of the great Aussie legends of all time.
Yeah, I mean, Stosur, actually, fun fact, Stosur was my first autograph ever. So for Katie to play her was pretty cool. Yeah, she was my first autograph ever at U.S. Open. I remember it. And yeah, I mean, Katie and I, we have a close relationship. We're basically best friends on and off the court, and we have a lot of fun. And yeah, I'm excited. Hopefully, I don't know the score, but hopefully she pulls this out. And I'm excited for both of our futures because we get along so well, and we are a good doubles team, and good singles players. So I'm really excited just to see what we can do. And yeah, I wish the best for her. And I mean, she's my best friend. Thank you.